What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So the Blazers end up losing out on the Pelicans' first round pick that they had in that CJ McCollum trade. And for me, I'm a fan that looks at this in a logical manner. So I'm out here to say, Blazers fans, calm down, man. I just don't feel like Joe Cronin had everything hinged on that pick, man. You know what I'm saying? I just never felt that way. I felt like them pursuing Jeremy Grant, that just seemed like the match that the Blazers were gonna pick, man. Like, that just seemed like the most logical way that the Blazers could become better right away. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Grant is the most logical pick right now. I still feel like the Blazers are gonna make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Dame seems to be a guy that wants him. So if Dame wants him, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of Blazers fans out there that don't really like Jeremy Grant's game. I don't understand why. If you actually watched him play when he was over in Detroit, dude was a problem. You know what I'm saying? He was out there putting up 40 against Cleveland not too long ago. Just imagine him doing that with Dame and Ant, passing him the buck, getting him the rock in his spots. You know what I'm saying? And you understand that Coach Billups is a guy that's going to get you into your spots to maximize your abilities, man. He's going to put you in the best positions to succeed, in my opinion. And that's why having a guy like Coach Billups is a reason why Jeremy Grant wants to come to Portland. I mean, it seems like it's no secret now, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like Jeremy Grant for this team. I feel like he's a good fit for this team. I just do, you know? Like, there's not really anything logically that people can say that about Jeremy Grant and his game that like why this wouldn't be a good move for the Blazers. I just don't see it, you know? I also feel like a guy like Nas this year is going to take a huge step forward in terms of his game on both ends of the floor, man. And I feel like he's going to take that small forward position. You know what I'm saying? With the free agent class not being so great, you know what I'm saying? I just still feel like there's guys that can come in and help contribute for this team to make them, you know, playoff caliber. They're definitely going to be a playoff caliber team. There's no doubt in my mind next season, you know? And then you got guys like Ant saying that he wants to be back. You got Hart saying he wants to be here. You got Nurk. And then I already spoke about Nas. And then you add in guys like Trendon Watford, Greg Brown, who could possibly take another step forward and possibly become a contributor. But then in the free agent class, there's guys that intrigue me a little bit. A guy like Jalen McDaniels, a guy like Jalen Smith, a guy like Chris Boucher. You know what I'm saying? Chris Boucher, not as much, because I feel like his game is kind of already what it is. But Jalen Smith and Jalen McDaniels, those guys are still young to where their games can blossom even more. You know what I'm saying? If we could get a guy like Jalen McDaniels, you know, I think that would be a nice little under the radar type move that a lot of fans don't even look at. You know what I mean? Jalen Smith, another guy who kind of came into his own whenever he got with Indy, but I feel like he might be a little bit out of our price range. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like somebody might throw him some money, because what he was doing with those guys, he earned it. You know what I'm saying? At the center position, we got Isaiah Hartenstein, we got Andre Drummond, we got JaVale McGee, we got Mitchell Robinson, we got Damian Jones, we got Naz Reid, Mo Bamba. I don't think Mo Bamba would be in our range, but that would be like my dream scenario, where we got Nurk and then Bamba coming off the bench, man. That would be a beast mode center combo, you know what I'm saying? But a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein, I wouldn't mind that. Andre Drummond, how he's played, I wouldn't mind that. Damian Jones, he really intrigued me with the Kings this year, you know what I'm saying? Improved his range, you know, bouncy, you know, like a guy that can get rebounds, pretty solid defender. So I wouldn't mind that pickup, you know. That's another under the radar type move that will make this team better in the long run, you know what I'm saying? Then you got guys like TJ Warren, Kyle Anderson, Otto Porter Jr., Nick Batum, who's got a player option. And then another guy with Charlotte, Cody Martin, who's a kind of an under the radar guy that I feel like can come in and contribute on both ends of the floor, you know? So there's a reason to be optimistic about this team, you know? And then you add those pieces along with our draft pick, wherever that may be. Say we end up getting the #1 overall pick or whatever, you know? Is it really going to be a letdown of a season? Like, is Joe Cronin really going to be that bad of a GM if we end up getting the #1 overall pick and then we still get Jeremy Grant and then some guys in free agency that really mesh well with this team, you know? Because for me, in order for this Blazers team to actually be, you know, one of the, like, at its peak, they need guys at 1 through 15 to be able to come in and contribute, you know, just in case there's an injury or something like that. Like, you're not going to have major drop off. Of course, if it's Dame that goes down, then you're going to have major drop off. Or if it's Ant, you're going to have some major drop off, you know. But if you got guys that can come in and still contribute somewhat what they were producing, then, you know, then you have the opportunity to do something big, you know. Like, look at what the Grizzlies have done this year. They got a lot of guys that people were like, they're okay, you know. But what did they win? 55 games, you know. So it's definitely able to happen, you know. Now I know there's a lot of Blazers fans that feel like Grant's not an impact player, or Grant's not a star player, or Grant is like a 4th option or 3rd option. Like, if he comes in and scores only 12 points, like, what are you talking about, man? That's a horrible assessment of Grant's game, man. To me, that sounds like you don't even really watch Grant as a player. You just don't want him here. You know, you heard some preconceived notions about the reason why he left the Nuggets, and then you're just running with that, you know? The reason why Grant wanted to leave is because he wanted to bet on himself and show that his game was much more than what the Nuggets wanted to believe his game was. And I think he showed and proved that with the Pistons. Now, I know there's fans out there that feel like, oh, those are empty numbers and all that stuff. When Grant comes over here and he starts putting up 20s, you know, you're gonna see that his game is much better than what it was. He wanted to play. KD wanted to play with him. Dame wanted to play with him. They vouched for him. Coach Pop liked him, vouched for him, you know. That's why he got on Team USA, you know what I'm saying? Because he is a good player on both ends of the floor, you know. So I know there's a lot of Blazers fans out there that probably won't agree, but this is just how I feel about the whole situation, you know. If we end up getting Grant and then say we get the 5th pick or whatever, to me, that's a success, man, you know, because we knew that we needed to get rid of guys like Norm. We needed to get rid of guys like Robert Covington. We needed to get rid of guys like CJ, you know. So I'm not upset about us losing out on that pick. And that's pretty much how I feel about it. This is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.